What's going on, guys? My name is Yellow S2K and I'm playing some MX versus ATV Reflex, and this is going to be something a little bit different. I'm actually going to be messing around on the Red Bull Straight Rhythm custom track since the race in real life is this weekend. So looking forward to it, and I think this should be a fun thing to just mess around with since it's been a while since I've played with it. You can see I'm using some custom gear and it's made me turn orange. Kind of strange, but I'm going to start with the 450, then I'm going to go to the 252 stroke, and then I'm actually going to try it with the sport buggy, I think is what it's called. Yeah, sport buggy. So that's what I'm going to do. It should be interesting, but before we get into that sport buggy nonsense, try to take this a little bit more seriously. The 450 is awesome on this straight rhythm. Triple, I let off a lot right there. I don't know why I did that. Always fun to throw a good whip over that one, but that first jump right back there was, it's kind of hard to throw a whip off of sometimes. It doesn't always throw you right. This is my favorite spot. So much fun to throw. It's not a scrub, I guess. It's just a whip, but over that step up where you're just almost gonna nail the the landing. This section's pretty obvious. Just a step on, step off. I am all over the track. Jesus. So the 450, you can tell, is just perfect for this track. I love how it just powers through things. The physics in the air are great. When you go over to the 252 stroke, the physics are so strange on the 250. Like in the air, the physics are different. It's obviously a little bit underpowered, it seems like, but the brakes suck, so it just makes it so much different. I don't know, but it's a lot of fun. If you didn't watch my review of the Red Bull Straight Rhythm, this section just kind of brings you over to the start again. I'm not going to be doing this every time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set a waypoint right here so we can just kind of fast travel back to here or whatever. And then we can just do a bunch of runs on the actual track itself. So anyway, let's do a handful more on the 450 before we switch over. Try to get some fun scrubs and whips and whatever. This is just a fun one. Like this jump, it's fun to take it slower and just try to do a big kind of floater whip, you know, not as much speed. But this is my favorite spot here. Try to do the opposite direction. Just drug, but still was able to hit that quad out, triple. Let's go inside. Kind of scrub on top. That's always fun. Makes it look pretty. Into the whoops, and then just this big fat double is the finish line. It's kind of fun to let off, blip on the 450. It didn't let off enough, but you can clear it perfectly if you just give it a little blip. Alright. It's nice to be able to fast travel back here. 450 is just so much fun for this. It's going to be weird to switch into something else. And then obviously that sport buggy is going to be a shit show. I mean, that's going to be rough. Up. Oh man, I thought I was going to be perfect there, but I just barely caught it. A lot of times you can get away with dragging that front wheel and it actually looks pretty sick, but I failed. Failure. This is so serious, you know? This is a lot more of a raw video than what I would normally post, but figured why not, man? Just kind of mess around on this area, have some fun. There we go, almost a drag. Bet you could probably, because it's a quad out, but I bet you could even do better. Stoppy. Alright, let's switch back. There's one other line I want to try to hit on this 450 before we switch over. A little sloppy there, but it's kind of hard to hit. It's easier to just describe it when we get there, I guess. Okay, it's coming up. You gotta jump all the way over on that step off. I don't know if I explained that clearly enough, but I've been jumping on, then off, and then whatever before that big spot where I'm kind of scrubbing it or whatever, but it's more of a whip. But jump all the way over it, and then you can do a totally different rhythm. So that's what I'm going for. We'll see. Come on. No! See, I want to jump all the way over, and then it makes you launch into the face of this thing, and it's totally different. It's kind of weird because you got to hit the face of that thing just perfect. And it's kind of luck, which makes it tough to try to replicate. I'm gonna ruin this section, but this is a small table, so it doesn't make much of a difference. So you gotta just hit it differently here. Almost, but still not enough. But you can kind of see it would change your rhythm, and you can launch into that big section of rollers or whatever after it. I'll give it one more shot, and then screw it. Switch over that 252 stroke. See what the differences are. Alright, come on. There it is. There it is. You can actually quad that. But then you can jump all the way. I ruined it. It kind of sucks since I hit it. Maybe I'd try one more time over there on the left, kind of like I hit it there. But you can see it's kind of luck. But, damn, you can launch into that section of rollers, and it's kind of fun to try to land it. Brrr. Wasn't even close. Should have gone left. Either way, let's switch over to boom boom. Yes. 252 stroke. We may even get a chance to try to pull that same maneuver off on this thing, but let's see what the differences are. Let's see already. I was actually struggling there, but could have just been me being stupid. But definitely feels so much different in the air already. I ride this 252 stroke a lot, even though I don't post a lot about it, but I have a lot of fun on this bike. All the way over, triple, single up on top, and then launch into the rhythm. But I don't know if I can do it on this 252 stroke. I hit that pretty cleanly. What a piece of shit. Definitely feels so much different. It's crazy. We'll go all the way to the end this time, since we've been cutting out this whole section here. All right. It's getting a little rutted up there. You can kind of feel it on the lips that it's changing those spots that I keep hitting over and over and over. Definitely different feeling physics in the air on this thing. You gotta do some stuff slightly different to throw whips and stuff. Alright, see if we can get like a couple good spots or good scrub whips over that. I know it's not a scrub since I'm just going up, but it's almost a scrub since you're like kind of clipping the top there, in the middle, I guess. Even though I'm not scrubbing anything. There we go, there's the other line. Come on, launch, make it, make it, make it. Oh man, 450 would have had that for sure. What a bummer. This thing's definitely underpowered, just in different ways. You know, some stuff you don't notice it, and then other things you really notice it for sure. That's why a lot of people are like, I don't know if they're any different, but I think they definitely are. It's just like a different type of power, I think, which is obviously pretty realistic. All the way over. Man, that's way too hard on this thing. Alright, one more run. Try to just throw a scrub. We'll switch over to that sport buggy and see how rough that is on this thing. I think that's going to be a little sloppy for sure. Man, that lip is like torn out. That launched me far. That's crazy. Alright, vehicle list. We're going to go to the sport buggy, start back at the beginning, and we'll see what happens here. I'm just going to try to get through the track. I think that's going to be difficult. There we go. Not bad, not bad. I never ever use these things. I think I've been in them once. Oh man, I think that section's gonna be so hard. Just a big roll. Yeah, that spot is gonna be hard to get through. I think I'm gonna try to go a little bit slower through there next time. There we go. Come on. It's so sloppy, just like flying all over the place. Oh shit. Yeah, this is definitely the hardest spot. Wall ride. Biatch. Guess we should try to do this section. Just skip a big part. Alright, let's try to get through this whole thing. That's like my goal, is try to just complete the track. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna try though. This is gonna be like a 45-minute long video because I'm trying to do this. Let that slide. This is the spot. It's just impossible. Just a big old roll. I think I need to slow up before that. We'll see. For some reason, it doesn't make sense when I'm there to slow down. We'll see. Kind of off track, but whatever. Okay, here's the spot. It doesn't really work. Quad, triple. Case. Gotta go wide here. I want to hit this jump. There we go. Step on, and it's all gone down the tubes. Alright. Let's try this one more time, then I want to try to see if I can maybe hit one of these gaps from the side and try to see if we can get some big air in this thing, and then might have to call it there. Show you where it is. Oh shit! Lots of speed into this. This is not good. Holy shit. Front flip. That's the best I've hit this so far. There we go. Step on. Pretty clean. Yeah. Table. Whoops. And then this big... Man, I'm hauling ass. Land into the corner. Like a boss, man. Not bad. This thing's pretty hard to control. If you don't play this game and you're watching this, like, I swear, it's very strange. There we go. I guess I gotta give it one more shot since I'm lined up all nice. Big over jump. That lip is ruined back there. Try to get back on track. Okay, here's that spot. Slow. Not bad, man. I'm getting through the track. And it's done. That's it, guys. I do want to try one thing really quickly here. I guess I'll just hop on the 250. I want to see what this lip looks like after it just getting destroyed. I guess it's not that bad. Not that bad. Felt like that thing was just destroying the track. But I can't end with a gay sport buggy. It's not gay, sorry. But gotta end with at least some motocross here. See if we can get a halfway decent run. I'm just dragging this video on till it's death. Almost hit that quad. That would have been sweet. But anyway, guys, make sure you watch the Red Bull Straight Rhythm if you get a chance, or hopefully we can find it online. I know it's streaming live on Red Bull TV, but I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be recorded after and easy to find. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. But that's about it, guys, and I appreciate it. Make sure you let me know if you like this kind of long-form video. just kind of raw, uncut stuff, because I can do it anytime. Just hop on and a random thing and just have some fun. But I know it's just a little sloppy. I don't really like doing that. And how many times have I said sloppy? Peace out, guys.